star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome. It's another evening of Colby Rebel Live right here. So strap in. We have such a great show planned tonight for you. So many exciting things that we're going to go over and we are going to announce. I have such a fabulous guest with me this evening. I've been so excited to talk with her. She's been booked for months. So finally the date is here. So it's going to be really, really great. Just a couple things. We will be taking some callers tonight. So if you have some questions or want to get in, make sure you get in those lines as early as you can. 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. And we're going to take some callers, make sure everything is focused, no outside noises, no speakerphone. You know all those rules, right? So go ahead and get in those queue lines. But let's talk about a couple things coming up, right? We have the Past Life Regression Workshop this Saturday right here in LA. It's going to be amazing. Mira Kelly and I are teaching this workshop. Remember, she was on a few weeks ago. We just had such a great show then. So this is going to be an amazing class where we're going to talk about what your goals are. What is your soul purpose? Do you have blocks around it? And are they connected to your past lives? So Mira's got some great exercises. I've got some great exercises. We're coming together and doing that. I believe there's only 2 spots left though. So if you want to get in and join us, you better sign up like now. And finally, like months and months, we've been talking about it. The summit is finally here. Starting this Monday, July 1st, is the 2019 Psychic Medium Summit with Lisa Williams. Amazing. If you've been thinking about it, pondering it, don't wait. Get your application in, sign up. It's a 12-week online program with 4 days with me here in LA. If you choose another mentor, it'll be in the city of where they are located. So many amazing teachers coming together for this 12-week online powerhouse of a course taught by Lisa Williams herself. So anyhow, such a great show planned tonight. This is a medium and a teacher that I've really gotten to know about, heard about, and was so curious. And when we connected, it just, there's just such an authenticity and such a love and a passion for a spirit with her. You can tell she truly loves what she does and really upholds that integrity with making sure she's teaching it and delivering it in the highest way possible. So it's so wonderful to see her and have her here. So please welcome our guest tonight, psychic medium teacher, Lillian Suarez.
Hi, Colby. Thank you so much for having me. It is an honor and a privilege. I watch you as well, and I feel the same way about you. I just adore you and the way you are and how you keep it real.
Thank you. Fantastic. This is going to be so much fun tonight. I know the callers are so happy. So listen, everybody, if you want to call in, get a quick little note, a reading, let us know. You're going to let us know if you want a psychic or a medium, who it is you want to connect to, just for time purposes, right? Normally we don't, but just for the pace of the show, because we like to get as many of you in as we can. Just remember to call us, get in that queue line, 323-992-3115, and have your question ready for us. So Lillian, you are in Chicago, Mama.
I am in Chicago. I was born in Patterson, New Jersey, but came here when I was 2, and I've been here since. So I am a Chicago girl all the way.
Yeah, so we're actually both Jersey girls, right? Because I was in Jersey a lot longer than you, but I stayed a lot longer. But then I went to warmer weather. I think you went to colder weather.
Oh man, it is a windy city. It really is a windy city. But you gotta love it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, you're used to it. It's fine. We get ready for the winter and we enjoy it.
You hunker down. You get all snuggled.
Yeah, you just deal with it.
Yeah. Well, you do a lot there. So you teach there. You hold classes. You hold events. You bring other teachers in. You have products. You have so much that you're doing there. And you're a mom with like a few kids from what I can see on Facebook.
I have 5 children, and
isn't that crazy? How did that? I mean, I don't want to say how that happened. I kind of know, but that is pretty crazy.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. I was a young mom. I was a mom of 3 at the age of 18, and by the age of 25, I had 5 kids, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My baby is 16 years old. And he is not a baby. He's the one that matured the most. They all have different gifts. It's so beautiful. Yeah. You know, when you look at your path and what you went through and how you see a little bit of that in each of them. It is true. We choose our parents, you know?
Wow, that's really, really great. And it's kind of nice because, you know, you got kind of that hard part out early. So
girl,
yeah. You get a lot of me time now, which is probably really nice, right?
Yes. Yeah. I always have children around me. You know, I'm the go-to house. I'm the mommy on the block. So this is, you know, where and I love youth. I love them. They seem to gravitate to me when they're opening up spiritually or going through things. And I know that's part of why I do this as well. That's a part of me that I love. To have open to them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you so you've got all those kids. So that's really good. You did a lot better than I did. You're making up for us who didn't have kids. So good for you. But you know, it's fun though, because I've since seen them. You have one that just graduated, right? So that's amazing.
Yes. She's my 4th, and she's going to Florida, and she's actually doing tea leaf reading. She said, Mom, you know, I want to do this. And I watched her read people intuitively, and it was just natural. But I always told myself, let them choose the path. Do not encourage them. Let it be from their heart. And she's been so excited. She's been doing tea leaf readings, and she's been amazing. She doesn't even need it. She's just reading psychically. And it's like, yes, go.
Now, is she going to the University of Florida, or what college?
She's going to the community college, Hillsborough.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome.
She's going to be in Branson, so near Tampa, and she's going to be going there, and then she wants to go for psychology. So I'm excited for her brave decision.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that one? Well, congratulations. You've done a great job raising those kids, right? So good for you. Now,
all of them.
Tell me about, you know, how did your spiritual gifts come out? Like, when did you recognize that you had them? And then when did you kind of listen to the calling? Because sometimes those are 2 different time periods.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You hit that on the head, because I'll tell you what, first time I saw spirit, I was 14 years old. Now you have to understand, my life was turned upside down at the age of 14. My parents separated. I grew up in an abusive home. My mom couldn't take it. She was psychologically off and needed time for herself. My grandmother, which was my strength, that retired, was moving to Puerto Rico. So I had really no one at that time. And my boyfriend at the time, his friend passed away in an auto accident. And I kept seeing him with my physical eyes. And I was freaking out, Colby. I was so scared, but I had never had anyone close to me pass away. So I was thinking it to myself, is this just a normal process when someone passes away? Honestly.
Yeah.
But girl, I did not want to go back to the house. I was like, I'm good. I'll sleep in a car. Like, I am not. Seriously, was the case with me. And I have so much gratitude for every moment that I've had where, you know, whether I didn't have somewhere to live or something to eat, it made me humble. It made me who I am. At the age of 14, my boyfriend's brother was very spiritual. And he said, I can't believe you're seeing him how you're seeing him. You have a gift. You should really let me help you. And I said, absolutely not. My boyfriend at the time lost his leg. He was in a coma. I didn't know where I was going to live. Again, my life was upside down. But as I got older, I felt people more. My anxiety got worse. And at the my early 20s, I did decide, you know what, let me listen. And I grabbed a deck of cards and I would read people inconsistently here and there. But then my life got hard again, Colby, and I kind of slowed it down and stopped. It wasn't until my late 20s where I found out I had an abnormal kidney my whole life and I needed surgery and I almost died, that I said, God, I'm going to listen. I promise I'm going to listen.
I know.
Right?
I did this thing where I always tell people, you know, I was taking the CPA exam. So many crazy things are coming out around at the same time. And I remember I only needed one part left and I would have been a CPA, like a licensed CPA. One part left. And I prayed so hard that night before, please, God, just let me have this. If you let me have this, I promise you I'll serve. I promise. Anyhow, I got the results back and I failed by 1 point. And that was it. And I was like, why? And they said, because you can't negotiate with us anymore. And so you know what that's like, right? Having that experience. It's when there is that calling from spirit, we have to listen. And I think, like for you, or at least for me, you know, we think everybody's doing it. When you kind of were younger, I thought everybody could see it or know it or feel it.
Absolutely.
So you don't think I didn't even think to tell someone, oh yeah, look at this. Like it just was part of our life, right?
Exactly. You knew what you knew and you felt everybody knew it because it was all you knew. So you figured everybody knew it.
Yeah.
Went through that. Like I said, oh, this is just what happens when someone passes away. Yeah. I honestly took it that way.
Wow. And now look though, you know, look how after serving spirit, you know, when you serve spirit, it's not like your life is all a bed of roses because we keep growing, right? You have that growth, you have that development, you have to kind of look at things, purge things, self-development, all of that. But don't you at least overall feel hopeful and that there's someone on your side and that things are so much better than they ever were? I mean, does that resonate with you as well?
Colby, it's for us now. It's not what happens to us, is what we do or what happens to us. And we never feel alone. Listen, I had a house fire in 2015 and I lost everything. We woke up the next day in a hotel, me, my husband, my 5 kids, with the clothes on our back and the shoes on our feet. But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't feel empty because I was full with spirit. I was full with who I was. And there was nothing that I needed outside of me. And that's what it is. It's the fulfillment inside of us. And nothing material is going to faze us because we're full inside and we found the right place to be, I think. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you find I believe that when you serve spirit and you listen to spirit, your heart is full.
It's full. And you're not seeking outside of you because all those things are empty. They're empty. We don't take them. And I think being mediums and seeing the existence of the soul after our body, it validates that the soul lived before the body. And how beautiful is it that it grew in this lifetime and it grew with everything that was not material.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. That's a great point. And well, speaking of which, we're going to work together. We've got we've got some exciting news. Well, I get to go to Chicago and see your hometown, see your space, see your people, and we're going to do an evening of mediumship, a spirit. So that's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm very excited and humbled to have you. My students are excited as well. It is nice. I think you're the first female I'm bringing to Chicago. I bring Paul and I bring Andy, and Luann comes, but you know, Luann's been coming. She's my colleague, so we work together. So it's an honor. I'm excited. And again, there's that connection with you and I. As soon as we talked, I was like, oh my God, I like this chick. She's like me. There's a comfortableness with realness, right?
Yeah, definitely.
With realness. And I think there comes a respect. So I can't wait till you come to, you know, facilitate the space for you to come and bring your greatness. I too see in you the beauty of the eagerness you have and the motivation that you have. But also I've heard from your students that you are very strict with the steps that you give, but they're so effective. They're so effective and the love they have for you. And I'm happy you're bringing them to Chicago.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to teach a 2-day workshop, right? It's 2 days I'm teaching, right?
2 days. Yes, ma'am. You'll be here for 2 days.
Deeper detail. It takes 2 days. It takes a lot of days, but deeper details. And that's just going to help those students get more evidence, deeper into the evidence, blend with that spirit. And I'm really into a very natural and conversational connection with spirit. So I love helping them realize in a way how easy it is to do it and that they make it so much harder than it needs to be, right?
Absolutely. I think the same thing too. You know, my son, he walks in the center and the girls know that he'll read and he just turns it on, Colby. And I'm sitting there shocked because I never trained him, but I guess from him hearing me,
yeah.
And I know I want to say that I have a John and I'm looking at my son thinking, why do we make things so complicated?
Yeah. Well, because I think what happens is we start to get into our head and are we good? And our ego comes in. That ego comes in wanting to make sure we're perfect or we're, everything like that. So we've got those events, which is going to be really, really great. When is that? September 14th, 15th? Our demonstration is the evening of the 13th, right?
Yes. So. And then the workshop is the 14th and the 15th.
Yep.
So excited to have you here to do platform. And again, to bring, how long have you been teaching? I know you're a master teacher with Lisa, right? And that was my first teacher, so that's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's really, I have been, we couldn't believe it. I have been a master teacher with Lisa Williams for 5 years now.
Oh my God. So you must have got certified when we did too.
Well, I was probably in one of her first groups. So in fact, there's a group before me. I think there's one major group before me because we had master teachers. So I'm in the second group, I believe.
I like it. So
it's been amazing. And it's quite an honor to be a part of that team. And this is the 4th year I've been teaching the summit. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'll tell you what, for anyone out there who's either interested in that summit, it's life-changing. I believe it's really, really life-changing.
You know what? Her class was life-changing to me. She was the one that really allowed me to understand that, first of all, I was ready and I wasn't crazy.
Yes.
that so is true. I tell you, it was like spiritual boot camp. So you guys have to understand, Lisa will give you, she was a teacher before, so she goes into detail. So her teachers are, I'm sure, just as detailed. But for me, it gave me what I needed to step into my power as a medium. It really did.
Yeah, it's great. She's coming here to LA in August. So we have an event and a class here we're teaching, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have her bachelorette party, so we've been planning that.
And we're doing an online, so if anybody's interested in October, I'm gonna be doing, I asked you to do a 3-hour online workshop. So if you can't get out there, hey, reach out to me. I'll give you the link,
There you go.
I believe in all that she is. I really do.
Yeah, it's amazing. So now a couple of things. We're going to take some callers soon. So remember out there, if you're there, let us know. 323-992-3115 is the number. And we have Kurt is our engineer in the studio. How you doing, Kurt? Are you doing okay over there?
I'm doing good. It's a nice 3-star day here in Burbank, just having a good time.
Okay, perfect. So, Lillian, how about we take a caller? Do you want to take a caller right now? Okay, so Kurt, so here's what we're going to do, everybody. Kurt's going to name the area code, so make sure you listen to the area code. Make sure you can't be on speaker and have all that ready. So Kurt, what's the first area code we have here?
The first area code we're going to have is 609, so we're going to be taking that right now.
There we go. That's South Jersey, actually. Okay,
is it really?
609, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Who's this?
Hey, Colby.
Hi.
This is Joe.
Hey, Joe. How you doing tonight?
Colby. You're breaking up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hey, Colby, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
my cousin Grace passed over yesterday morning.
Oh,
And
sorry, yeah.
I just wanted to know if she made it over and that she's all right.
Yeah, that's hang on one second, Joe. That's a tough one, Lillian, right? When someone just transitions. Now, a couple things, and we'll see what Lillian feels, but you know, I absolutely believe in the intelligence of the spirit and of the soul. So I know that she's easily transitioned. They kind of know just where to go, right? They got here, they know right where to go back. So I want you to be reassured, you know, that she did transition and she's fine. And, you know, I'm sure that she will come forward to communicate and speak as time progresses. But Lillian, what is your thoughts and feelings on this?
I'm going to tell you what, Colby. At the beginning, I would say wait 6 weeks. And I do try to give them that time to understand their soul's detached from the body. But it's all about free will. A soul can come in 2 seconds after their pass. I've had a soul come in while I'm doing a reading, and she was in the middle of surgery while her friends were getting a reading. So, you know, it just depends. I got to tell you that I feel this would have been a very vibrant soul. And she really wants to come forward talking about the flowers and the scent of the flowers. And you're going to know when I'm there because you're going to smell the flowers. And so is her mom here? Would I be correct in saying that her mom is still here?
No, she's not.
Okay, so then I would say she's with her mom, and her mom greeted her because she's talking about being with mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a sudden passing. Is that right, Joe? Like maybe something either unexpected or like a sudden medical thing. It just feels like a little unexpected.
Yeah, it was a sudden medical thing. She had fallen and ended up finding out a week later she had a brain bleed. You know, they're getting ready to let her out of the hospital, and she had to have emergency surgery. And
I think, you know, just kind of give it some time and give it some space, but just knowing that, you know, obviously that transition, you know, I don't want you to worry about it. And as Lillian says, you know, she's with her mom. So I do hope that gives you some peace around it. And, you know, just give us a call back in a few months and let's see where she is and what she's got to say around all of this. I do feel that there was a lot of support around her. I do feel like people gathered to make sure they got to see her. So I do know that there's an acknowledgement of that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. You have a good night, Joe.
All right. Thank
Bye-bye,
you, Colby. Have a good night later.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? The sudden ones are really tough, but we also have to allow that space for
the soul
the living to grieve as well, right? Creating that space for Joe and his family to kind of process and understand what has happened, and you know, it's hard too. Kurt, what's another area code that we could call on tonight?
All right, so we have area code 201. That's 201.
Okay, here you go, 201. Hello? You are on the air. Hello, honey. Who is this?
Hi, this is Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. How you doing, sweetheart?
Good. You?
I'm good. We're here with Lillian Suarez. So what is your question for us tonight?
I want to ask specifically a question on my marriage. And that's it. Is that enough?
Yeah. Lillian, do you want to tune into her marriage?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
So when I do come to what I feel with that, I feel nervousness and unsureness. I feel that there's less communication than there would have been probably 3 months ago. So would you understand there was a lot going on and has been a lot going on about 3 months now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Because I feel like during these 3 months, there's a disconnect. It's almost like I'm done, I'm tired, but the love is still there. And that's the beautiful part of what I see. It's almost like the mind is saying one thing, but the hearts are saying another. And that's because things have to change. You have to revisit what you've been doing because it's not working. It's not that you don't love each other. So the foundation is strong, but you have to communicate. There's disconnects there, financial stress. There's other things that are coming in from all ends. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Most
I feel
definitely.
like, oh, go ahead, Colby.
I kind of get this feeling like, I just almost feel like you're lacking trust. I don't know if it's lacking trust in him or lacking trust in the relationship. Does that make sense to you, honey?
Yes. The one thing that I told him that I lost trust in was his ability to know himself.
Okay. Yeah. And what's happened?
That's the only area.
Just to be honest, I feel like I do feel like he's struggling emotionally as well, though. I just feel like he's feeling like either he's not feeling like he succeeded the way he wanted to, or he's not where he wanted to be. So I think that that's playing a part in this as well. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All
right. So a couple of things here. We're not going to make this decision for you, as you know. But the thing is this doesn't feel like the time to me, and we'll see what Lillian says, I do not feel like this is the time for you to throw in the towel on this. But I do think it is a time, girl, for you to really set your boundaries with him. I think he needs to know what your limits are, because he's already pushing them and you keep extending them. But I do feel like in order for that change to kind of happen, you have to stick truer to your boundaries. Lillian, what is it that you wanted to say, hon?
I would
tell it's there.
I would agree with that. I would agree with, I feel like you feel, resentment there. And part of the resentment is coming from you not expressing yourself and saying what your boundaries are. Exactly what Colby's saying. It's like your throat chakra's closed up and you're not expressing, and you're not saying, well, this is true for you, but it's not true for me. But I do feel that if you do that, he's not going to push you away. I feel like it'll be an adjustment, but I feel like there is opportunity here and potential in this relationship.
Yeah. How does that feel to you, honey?
Well, it feels great. The only thing is that, I took the last 3 months time and opportunity to go within and look at myself and bring that to him. I revealed things that were even, like, you probably wouldn't reveal to your husband, but I made sure that I brought myself as the only thing I can do. I'm done because I've done all I can, and he doesn't want to open up. So
no, but
that's where
I think just know that he's gonna. I just feel like my feeling is that he's gonna keep trying to come back, or keep trying to get you to rethink what you're doing. So I do think it's important during this to kind of really hold your boundaries.
Absolutely. I don't think he's ready to give up, although you might feel like he's not doing anything about it. Perhaps you need to pull back and then he'll pull in. But I don't think he's ready to let go fully.
Does that make sense to you?
This was fantastic, ladies. I really appreciate it. And it really it resonated with me, and I'm feeling everything that you said. So it's great validation, and I love that it was random like that.
Yeah, one thing I do want to say to you is those 3 months. First of all, I mean, we talked about that marriage, but one thing I do want to talk about is those 3 months you took. I got to tell you, you changed in a way that you're never going to go back. Like you can't. Like I think you allow. Yeah, like I think a light shone inside of you that you were like, oh, I like this. I'm not, oh, this feels good. So
I found myself.
Yeah, you did. And I think you're a lot more fun than you realize. I don't know if it's that you've been dancing or movement or, but I see you really kind of having that feeling of getting back into the swing of life a bit too.
That's funny. That's the inner child in me. She is dancing.
Yes, right. Yeah. So, Lillian, any like words of wisdom to our little bird here?
I love her. She feels like a little butterfly that has transformed. I mean, that's the perfect words that you use. There really, truly is. You honored yourself. You loved yourself. And now you're going to attract trueness to yourself. You were not expressing your authentic self, and you embraced it. And then it scared him because he didn't know who you were anymore.
Yeah, and just know one thing too, even if even if you two decide to part ways, you just have to know though that you know you're going to be fine, and that you are going to kind of live a life that is so authentic to you. And I do believe that if that happens, you will actually have another love come in, like a really strong love as well. So, you know, just don't, you know, the world is the world is your oyster. Isn't that the saying? Is that the saying? You get to
Yes,
you get to
I
start
do
all
feel
over.
that. You know, it is the unknown, but I do feel that. I do feel either way. I do feel like we're going to be okay. I'm going to be
Yes, you
okay.
are.
Everybody's going to be okay. And I just release what okay looks like. You know, so when I do feel that, I really do. I do feel that the change is necessary. So
yeah, you're going to be fantastic.
And I am excited.
So,
Good job.
So
Good job
yeah,
with
you
yourself
have
here.
and keep working on yourself. Keep doing it. Keep dancing. Keep shining. Keep laughing. Let that joy out. It's been caged too long. Okay, honey.
Let your soul dance.
Yay!
Girls.
That's right.
It's your
Thank
soul.
you
Let it go.
so
Let
much.
it go.
Love you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, that's true, Lillian, right? You know, any relationship that we've been in, whether it can even be a work relationship, right?
Man.
You're in it too long. You're not challenging yourself. You're not keeping it fresh. And you start to kind of lose who you are. Don't you think?
You just become stagnant and you get comfortable with how things are, but that means you're not growing. If you're not uncomfortable, that means there's no growth. I always tell my husband, like, we became comfortable. I've been with my husband going on 19 years. So it's like, you know, we've changed as people, and that's a good thing. And it's scary.
Yeah.
Started this journey, he was afraid because he's like, who are you? You don't feel the same to me. And that happens in this type of journey as well. When you're, or even if you're not a reader and you're taking time for self-care, you're changing your frequency, you're elevating it, you're more awake to the sound of your soul and what you like. You know, I didn't know that till in my 30s. What kind of flowers did I like? What kind of ice cream did I like, Colby? I really didn't explore that.
Yeah, and you didn't have to, you know, you don't have to please everybody.
I decided at that time, you know what? I'm going to listen to myself and know myself.
That's right. Yeah. So,
Good for her.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now we're going to, Curtis, we still have some more callers in there, right? Do you want to shout out another area code?
We got plenty of them. So there is 973 is the next one. 973.
All right, here we go. 973. You are on the air with Lillian and Colby. Who is this?
Hi, it's Katie.
Hi there. Who is this?
Can you hear me? It's Katie. Can you hear me?
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie. How are you, honey?
Good. I don't think you're on speaker, but I'm trying to get you off.
Okay. You sound okay there.
You sound
Let's
good.
see. Keep talking to us. How you doing, honey?
Okay, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. What can we do for you tonight?
I've had a lot of loved ones on my mind lately. Wondering if there's anyone around me.
Oh, loved ones in spirit? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Lillian, do you want to kind of go into that?
Yes, I want to go right in.
Okay.
So I feel like I have a grandmother, and I got to tell you, I feel like this would be on mom's side. Can you understand that?
A what?
A grandmother on mom's side.
I have someone like a grandmother on my mom's side.
You have a what? I'm sorry?
I had someone like a grandmother. It was actually my great aunt.
Okay, got it.
And I've
But
been
you
thinking
can
about it
understand that relationship. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Go
thank
ahead,
you very
Lily.
much for that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like she has energy. Like, well, that would make sense because I feel spicy and I'm excited that I can have a voice today to speak to you. And I want to tell you about the memories of the good times and us cracking up and laughing together. Can you understand that?
Yes, absolutely.
She was very funny. Like, she didn't like to see people sad. She brings me to the memory of her embracing you and always wanting to make sure that you were doing well. You understand that? That would have been very important for her.
Yes.
And she wants you to know that, yes, that's her making all the noise and all the ruckus that you think you hear. It is her. It's like, did I just hear that? She's like, yes, that's me. You knew that I would do that. You knew that. I feel with this woman that she was somebody that was a woman of routine, and you would understand that she passed of illness, yes?
Yes.
Because I feel that towards the end of my life, I could not keep that routine, and I was very uncomfortable. I didn't like it because I like to do things on my own. You understand that?
Yes, that sounds right.
And now she shows me, real quick, I just want to jump in here, Lillian, real quick. Do you understand a rose? Is that your phone, Sweet Pea? Little Katie?
Yeah.
Your phone not on your phone. Do not disturb. Tell them to leave you alone.
Okay, sorry.
We're in the middle of talking to your great aunt here.
I know. I just stopped my workout. Hold on.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Would you understand a rose with her? Because she keeps showing me a rose over and over. I don't know if it's the name Rose connected in the family, or that you're remembering a rose with her. I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, it's weirdly, like, she loves to identify flowers. Like, she and my grandmother would just, like, sit and be like, what kind of flower is that? What kind of flower is that? And I don't know why it's ringing a bell, but it kind of is.
Okay, because I think that there's a connection to a rose. I wonder if you just look around, if you don't have something of hers that is a rose or in the shape of a rose, because I just keep seeing it over and over. I bet it's around you. You don't have a rose around you that you can recognize right now on something, or
not right now because I'm at the gym, but I probably have something as a rose.
Okay, well, when you get home, just look around your space and see if there's a rose there, because she keeps giving me this feeling of it being a rose. Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Lillian. I'm sorry, honey.
No, I feel the same. She just wants to come in and let her know that she's still around. She doesn't even want to talk about the fact that she's not around. Look for that rose that Colby's talking about. It's almost like she came in to say, I still am with you. Look for that symbology of some sort. Okay. And I'll leave you with that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Listen, Katie, you have a great night. Get that workout in.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, just know you've got a lot of loved ones around you. You got a lot of love. You got a lot of support. And I don't know what it is about your school, but I keep hearing, like, to get the schooling done or to get back into school, there's something with school connection for you.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I just started taking classes at the county college. So
all right. Well,
I guess they're telling me to keep going.
You're getting yelled at.
That's right. She's telling you to stop slacking. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Bye, hon.
Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
I love when they come in, Lillian, and give you a little, like, don't you forget to do this, or you've been running a little too late behind on that.
Yeah, like they've been waiting. Yes, I'm going in, you know?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to meet their need right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we take another caller, too, I want to just make sure we talk about these. You've been doing a lot of chakra stuff. You've got these chakra prescription cards. What are these things? Tell us.
Yes, I'm so excited. So this is something that I did for myself. Actually, it was just what I did. And when I started to create my course, how I created obviously was based on my journey and the things that I felt really gave me a strong foundation. And one of the things that I started with was herbal therapy, then oil therapy, right? Then crystals. And I started to just attune my waters, and I did Reiki, and they taught me that you can attune things. And I said, oh my God, you could attune the water. And then now I started to attune it to the frequencies of the chakras, and the results that I see in the students and myself, it's amazing. I love it. And Colby, you don't need any of this to be a medium. You don't need any of this to be a psychic. I have to say that. Some people say, well, you don't need any of that. They're right. You don't, but you know what? The physical body is the physical body. And it does help when we're working with higher frequencies to give back to our body what we're giving out when we are in the power, right?
Yep.
So these are the cards, and it's awesome. And
the
root chakra deck. So there's 8 cards in the deck. You have the crystals for that chakra, the oils, the foods, the water, how to make frequency water, how to attune the water to the Hertz, herbal baths, the aura mist. And what I do is I look in a person's aura and I say, okay, you know what? Do the root chakra for 7 days. So you have 7 days. You're going to work on just the root chakra to give you that sense of safety and security. And any student that mentors with me, they automatically do the 7-day one, which is Monday, the root chakra, Tuesday, the sacral. And honestly, it really does help. So I know that I don't want to continue to talk about this, but it's a passion that I have. I love it. I just launched my individual decks. I have one for each chakra, but I do the all 7 one. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's amazing. And it does really help us to bring ourselves back to a balanced place.
And they can get them on your website. Are they available on your website yet?
Right. I'm in the process of putting them on my website.
Okay.
I just launched them, so they can reach out to me if they like to purchase the deck.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of times I have people doing the solar plexus one. And if people don't realize, if we're looking at Hertz, do you know that the solar plexus Hertz is 528? And 528 is unconditional love. Hello. Well, of course we feel the presence of the power of the mediumship there. Hello.
Yeah.
Think
Absolutely.
about that. Right? We don't even put that together. And you're like, you know, all these things that I've really realized and put together that I really do believe in with all I've got. So if you're interested, the individual decks are there. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at people and saying, I think you should start here because this, and this, or you can get the 7-card deck, which is one for each day.
You know, an idea, not to get too far ahead of you, but, you know, you should think about doing an app, putting it all into an app.
Really?
That would be huge. Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you. I love you. So I got to tell you guys, you know, Colby is really helpful. I mean, my pictures were like, they need updating. She's like, don't worry. When I come, I'm going to take pictures. You know, so nice, Colby, to get that from another medium. It was so refreshing to me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for that idea.
You're welcome. Yeah. So, all right, listen, oh my goodness, we're running out of time. Let's do one more caller. Quick call, okay? Curtis, you got one more you can give us?
Of course, I got one more for you. This one is an 805 area code.
Oh, the 805 is the I think that's like the Valley area, or I forget, Ventura or something. All right, 805, you are on the air with Lillian and Colby. Who is this?
Hi, ladies. It's Loretta.
Hi, Loretta. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good. I can't believe I got through.
Yay! What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I was wondering, I'm wondering about my career and my love life both.
All right. Well, we got just a couple minutes, so we'll try to dive into both as quickly as we can. Lillian, do you want to start?
You know, I do feel like right away you are very driven, you are very motivated, and I love your work ethics, but I feel that I want a little bit more balance there for there to be a better love life. I feel as though you stay busy to not really think about, you know, you not being where you want to be in your love life. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you.
So I saw her. I can just see you in my mind's eye, Loretta. So, okay, yeah. Like, I saw you debating. Do I own up to that, or do I tell her no?
But hey, that's a good reason not to have a love life, or to, you know, you're a motivated woman, and I love that. But you know, a lot of women like you come to us and want advice, and really what we see is a very driven individual, which is really good. But you're in a routine. You're not. What do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result, my love. And I feel like you need to hear that. Change it up a little bit and really write a letter of that person that would be a nice balanced match for you, and burn it. Just give it to the universe and trust the process. Change something in a room, in your home. You need change of, you know, you need to change up the energy.
I had, we do our Sunday service, and I had this speaker, Tisha here, that was just amazing, right? And she talked about feng shui, but she also talked about how what we realize or not, we keep energetic cords in our space. She's like, so, you know, what if you have an old letter from an ex and it's still in your bedroom? She goes, what do you think you're telling? And I was like, OMG. So Loretta, you need to go through your whole, I want you to go through your albums. I want you to go through your boxes. Clean it all out. Okay. Clean it out.
Switch it up. Switch it up. There's potential there. You're
Yeah.
a beautiful soul, but you're not allowing it to come in. It's there.
Yeah.
You have to change something to tell the universe, I'm ready for
I'm
change.
ready. Yeah, I do agree with you. And I do think that the career thing has been a little bit on your mind. But the other thing too with career, I want to just tune on just one quick minute here is I kind of don't want you to try so hard. I don't know if it's just that you're not super happy with where you are, but I keep seeing you trying to make it fit, make it fit, make it fit. Does that make sense to you?
A little bit, yeah. A little
Okay,
bit.
because what I want,
Because I'm
like,
trying to make a change, and I'm trying to see how that's going to fit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there you go. You're trying to make a change and you're trying to see where it's going to fit. I want to tell you that it makes me feel like it is going to fit, but like maybe don't stress about, like, I think you're trying to stress too hard about the perfection of the logistics.
Yes,
Rather
I
than
am.
just being in it and doing it and living in it. I want to tell you, as much you're very spiritual, you're very intuitive, but you are letting your logistic mind take over and conquer you. So let's let that thing go to rest for a little bit and let that inner being of trust and surrendering come forward. And I do think it's going to help with the love life, and I think it's going to help with the career, because that change, I do think that change is going to make you feel more connected to other people. Okay.
Open to receive. Open to receive.
There you go.
yes,
All right, we gotta go, sweetheart.
Thank
so
you.
I hope that helped for you. Okay.
yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. All right, Lillian, if you can even believe it, honey, that is the end of our show. Girl, it went by so quick, right?
Yeah, I loved it. But I hope to see people in Chicago. Come on out if you're in the near by areas, St. Louis, Wisconsin. Come on out, guys. Check her
It is like a 4-hour flight. So you guys, if it's a 4-hour job, I better see you there. 4 hours or less, you better make it there. It's going to be so fantastic. And I want to thank you, Lillian. Chicago's been on my bucket list, so I'm very, very honored. I'm very excited to work with everyone. I know Andy's going to be there right before me. I love Andy. He's such a good friend of mine, so I'm excited for him. You've got Lisa. So I feel quite honored to be among some of these amazing people that you are bringing to your area and sharing. I want to thank you for what you are doing for Spirit, for what you are doing for your community, for the, just really for the example that you set for so many people. Everybody out there, make sure you look for LillianMedium.com. Find her on social media. Make sure you like, follow, find out how to get that chakra guru stuff that she's doing out there. And Lillian, babe, I will see you in September.
Yay! See you there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.